Welcome to the most American tits podcast ever. Let's fucking go talking about NHL free agency, boys. Canada, gold medalists, America #1. Woo!
Yeah, got the jersey right back there.
Yeah.
Thank USA. Anyway, yeah, so we're jumping in to kind of get a quick recap on current free agency as of July 3rd to see where everyone kind of landed so far.
So we're gonna talk.
So, gentlemen, thoughts?
There it comes.
So I figure we'll talk about the Avs first.
Mm-hmm.
They made a number of moves in the AHL kind of roster players of signings, but the big three names to me were Vinny Hinostroza. Is one of the he's kind of basically he's going to be our Joel Kiviranta replacement since he signed in Dallas. He's a veteran, played for a bunch of teams. He's one of those guys you can plug into a fourth line and he'll just go out there and do the work. So I'm happy with that. You know, he'll spot start when guys are hurt, when somebody needs a break. Good with that. And then I got Noel Juleson on the 7th D. Like I said earlier in the week when I talked to Paul about it, $1.1 million for a 7th D who isn't tiny. I'm in. I don't care much about what I've heard. The things I've heard haven't been all that great, but also he played for Philadelphia for much of his time, and Vancouver. I think Vancouver was the other place. And then
I think so.
of course, the big name, of course, is Jaden Schwartz, and I'll let Paul take it away on the rest of his thoughts on the other signings, and then we can just kind of all riff on what we think about the Schwartz signing.
Yeah, I think you're right about all those AHL signings, and Kiviranta went back to Dallas, and it's fine. I mean, it's no big deal.
Good for
But,
him, you know.
Yeah, he got $1 million. So
Mill flat, yeah.
yeah, but Hinostroza is gonna. He's definitely gonna. He's actually he's not a bad player, to be honest. He's gonna probably one of the best AHL player down there, up there in Loveland with them. But Noah Juleson, actually, I was looking into this guy. Big dude, very physical. He's got you don't expect anything offensively from this guy. He's got no offense. He's going to get the puck. He's either going to give it back to the other defenseman or throw it into the corner, which is fine. He's strictly a defensive defenseman. This guy. I was watching video of him yesterday. I was trying to get like what he's got. So I try to compare guys that we get to Avalanche players currently or in the past recently. I'm going to compare him to like a young Jack Johnson.
Good.
Perfect.
I'm all for that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm
going to compare him to a young,
slower
he's a
Brett
guy
Kulak.
this is a guy that if anyone gets hurt, he can come into the lineup. He's a plug and play player, just like who came in last year, plug and play. Well, I forget who it was, but there was a lot of plug and play players. You don't have to worry about him. He's going to play defense. He's going to hit. He's a very physical guy, and you want to know what? He's smart. He's a smart, high IQ hockey player. He makes the right plays. I just look at him when I was watching his videos. He's just a younger Jack Johnson, and I also read that they're actually surprised they let him go. He was Rick Tockett's right-handed man. They called it the right-handed man. So, and he is a righty. But this is really a good signing for the Avs, and like I just wanted to. I said it in the chat on free agent day. Like, maybe you can give Brett Burns a little bit of rest while he's still in the lineup and run 7 D-men, because now you have guys on a roster. Like you had to play, like we talked about the other day, Conor, you had to play Drury, you had to play Nuchiskin, you had to play Colton. Now you got guys on the roster you could probably sit for like a game. Like every 5 to 6, 8 games or whatever, have this guy come in, let him play 13, 14 minutes, and let Burns play 5. Just give him, and as we get towards the end of the season, then you can go more. But it was just a thought, like to keep Brett Burns down on miles going out. So, but yeah, I think that was really actually a really sneaky signing by Joe Sakic. Good business. I like that.
Yeah, I think it was good business.
Yeah.
I think my only opinion when it comes to a 7D man is how good will they be at babysitting Josh Manson and not turning over the puck? Again, it sounds like this guy's gonna check both those boxes.
Yeah. He's a very smart hockey player. He's a good skater. He's not the best skater, but no offense, but we don't need it. Yeah. We have plenty of offense going on.
At this point, I don't give a shit.
I just need him to keep the puck in front of him. That's all I'm asking.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Just keep it on the right
and
side of the blue line.
Stick, give it away. shoot it at the
And there's
net, put it in the corner, or whatever. Just
one more
Don't put it
thing
in
you
the
guys
corner.
are gonna like about this guy. When I was watching the videos, he clears after the whistle. If you're in that crease, he's gonna fuck you up.
Good.
good.
Always. Doesn't matter
Good.
who it is,
Fuck 'em.
he's going to take you out of the crease. So that goal, whoever the goalie is, they're going to be protected. He's a protector. He's the Jack Johnson, maybe a little bit of Curtis McDermott in with him, that edge.
I like it. I love
But he
it. I
could
love
skate.
Dermy.
He could skate.
So let me use that to transition into Jaden Schwartz, because that's one of the things I've always liked about Jaden Schwartz's game is that he's an in front of the net kind of guy. And that used to be Val Nichushkin, but he shied away from that last year. So I don't know if that's because of the offense they were running with Hackstall or whatever, but the Avs net front presence was awful last year. We were terrible in front of the net and have been for the last
Even Landy wasn't getting in front of the net like he used to.
Yeah. And I don't know if that was by design or that's just how they play now. But I really, really, really hope that Jaden Schwartz, because Jaden Schwartz is one of those cleanup kind of guys. I am hoping that he'll be a in front of the net, pestering people kind of guy. And I can't wait to see that, because it's something we could really use. And he's a guy that has that skill set.
He scores most of his goals in his career. I didn't get the percentage or anything like that. I'm just looking at it. I'm not a mathematician, but like 40 something maybe percent of his goals was in
Come from
cleaning up in front of the net.
Yeah.
So, and he's a good defensive player, but the only problem is he has a really long history of injuries. So that's the only thing I'm worried about with him. But other than that, he's fine, dude. He's had the same stats as Nichushkin. His same stats as Colton. Same stats as Drury. He's a good player. I mean, it's just another sneaky signing. This guy can come in and score 25 goals this year. You know? So you gotta tell Hodge your lineup that you did, because that lineup is what it should be game one.
Man, let me hold on.
So while you're pulling that up, I'll just
go
go ahead and point out, because Conor and I tried to talk about it a little bit the other day. I didn't really get an opportunity because technicality of different careers.
Technology.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Technological differences.
Sure. Fucking, I don't know. I don't speak technology. I speak cheeseburgers per bald eagle. That's what I speak right now. No, but with Schwartz, I don't know. I didn't know a lot about him. I didn't watch a lot of Seattle because, I like to enjoy my hockey and not watch soccer on ice. But from what I gathered, right, he's pretty much just another playmaker. What I'm hoping to get out of Schwartz at this point is it gives Lehkonen, Nietzsche, and McKinnon opportunities to just throw pucks on net. If he's going to be that kind of down and dirty guy, that, pass first kind of mentality, cool. Guess what? Now Nietzsche, McKinnon, you don't have to worry about making the play. Lecky, just you do your cleanup thing like you're supposed to. Put pucks on net, And the same thing with Juleson, right? With a defensive defenseman like that, who's just, if he touches the puck, he's just going to throw it in a direction. Let these guys just have fun. I don't care if they have a fucking 6% shot percentage at this point, if
Right.
that means that they're throwing 300 fucking pucks at the net.
Well, Burns is going to shoot it 177
100.
times at least,
Oh, yeah, good.
saying towards
Yeah.
the net, which is fine.
Fuck,
That's one thing I do love
but
about
that's-
Burns.
I love Burnsy for that. I
me too.
absolutely love the fact that Burns is just like, oh, I have the puck? Cool. Where's the goaltender? Whack.
And he can find guys too, like we talked about a couple of podcasts ago. He sees the sticks. He knows where to put the
Yeah.
puck, man. He's not just shooting it at the net. He's actually aiming.
Dude, he's a seamstress with the puck. He will just thread that needle every time. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
So actually, Daily Faceoff has updated their rosters, and the top
I can actually
line:
pull it up.
Lehkonen, McKinnon, Nietzsche, Schwartz, Nelson, and Landeskog as your second line. So
You
they've
called it,
already
bro.
moved Schwartz up there. Wait.
You called it.
Third line: Zach LaRue, Nazem Kadri, and Gavin Brindley. So they
I like that.
dropped Svechkov and put Gavin Brindley in. But the fourth line is Parker Kelly, Nick Waugh, and Logan O'Connor, like I called. That was
That's
the
gonna be
part.
a
That was
scary
where
line.
that's what I told him. I told him the other day, I was like, dude, I really think Parker Kelly, Nick Waugh, and Logan O'Connor would be a nasty fourth line.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Yes.
Mhm.
just add some size to that line with
Mhm.
Nick Waugh.
I mean, they already have the tenacity with Kelly and LOC, and now with
Yeah.
Nick Waugh over there, the just bulldogging people in the
Yeah.
fucking dot.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, man, that would be a crazy good line.
That's
And, even losing Drury and Nuchiskin as our, good our penalty killers,
Mhm.
Zach LaRue is actually a very good penalty killer as well. So,
Right.
and so is Jaden Schwartz. He kills penalties as well. Not as good as Drury or Nuchiskin, but he can kill.
Yeah, but we
You
still
won't
have
see him on the
Lakin
power
and
play
we'll have
probably, but you'll
Kelly.
see him on the penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, with Lakin and
Well,
Kelly
let's be
O'Connor.
honest.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, let's be honest. We only have one power play line anyway. We really only ever have had a
Yeah.
single power play
Yeah.
line, so it doesn't matter. If you're not on the top line, you're not on the power play.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
still say
kinda
put
the way it works.
Malinsky and Makar at the top, dude. Have two
I
point guys
agree.
at the top.
100%
Try it.
agree.
What do you got to lose, man? Do it. We'll talk
Well,
about that another time, though.
yeah.
But
So any more thoughts on free agency as a whole or with the Avs?
but the Avs, no, not for me. I think they did pretty good.
Do we expect anything else to happen with them?
As far as the Avs go, no, but I did see an interesting rumor I wanted to talk to you guys about for a quick second.
Go for it.
Florida offer sheeted.
What? When did that happen?
I just saw that.
I saw that. I wasn't sure if it was true or not.
It's from
It's not real?
NHL humor. It's a parody set.
Huma?
Yeah.
I saw it
NHL
real
humor.
quick, and I was like, what the fuck?
They don't have enough draft picks to do
I
it.
was
They don't have any
curious.
firsts.
But so
Florida can't do
legit
anything.
though.
Look at us.
Legit though, like, what do you guys think about the possibility of Bedard getting yoinked out of Chicago?
Right now, with shit going down, there's probably a good chance he's probably gonna get offer sheeted. This
If somebody
offseason's
can
been
do it,
nuts.
I think they should.
Yeah.
I mean, how much cap space does San Jose have?
17,
Enough.
I believe. They have enough. They do have enough.
Were they like at 48
Regardless
million
of
at the start
whether
of
or
free
not-
agency?
Regardless of whether or not Chicago can match, the fact that we're doing offer sheeting means that Chicago has to either Chicago matches or they have to give up the other team. Like it hampers them no matter what. Either way.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
they're
got
handicapped.
they got 14.02. San Jose left. Chicago's got
Be interesting.
Chicago's got 29.3, so they'll probably match anything they probably send out. Anyone. I mean, guys, the teams that could really give them a good offer if you want to go 18.
it's
Mhm.
Pittsburgh,
Because of Leo
Philadelphia,
Carlson.
Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Calgary
Yeah.
are all, and Columbus are all above 20 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are really the only teams that could actually do it and have
Well,
cap
he's not-
space
I'm
left
really
over.
kind of surprised.
Yeah.
I just want to know what
Calgary's
Jason
not gonna
Robertson's
do it.
going to do. I really do.
I heard last night, I was watching a podcast, the guys from Morning Cuppa. I don't know if you ever seen that before. They're pretty good. I listened to them during in the morning of the free agency. They said that they're really nowhere near anything.
Oh yeah,
Like
Dallas
Dallas
is not
wants to give
going
him
to-
like 12.5 to 13, and Robertson is set. He's like, if it's not 14, we're not even talking. If you say 14, then we could start negotiating from there. But it's probably going to be higher than 14. He probably wants 15. Leo Carlson's going to get 18 million, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's the other thing about this Carlson thing that's fucking everything up is because now Jason Robertson's like, that kid is going to get 18. I want 18.
Yeah. That kid and Kaprizov,
Like,
18, yeah.
Yeah.
Robertson's worth 18. Maybe more for the right team.
What he scored? He's scored 47
Robertson's-
last year?
Yeah, and Robertson's more worth 18 than Leo Carlson is, although I don't know if I want either of them at 18, but sure.
I mean, but to be fair, right? To be fair, with the way that everything's going up with the cap, if Carlson's worth 18, then Robertson's definitely worth
Yes, agreed.
20.
Well, yeah.
Because he's well more proven.
Right.
Well, according to Puck Ledger,
You're talking, yeah.
he's rated, he's above average, stable, basically a 72.9 grade. His breakout was 89.4 grade. So his contract is 7.8 going
Mhm.
into, he's going to arbitration most likely. And then his bridge would be 2 years at between 8.5 and 11.5, and his long term would be 6 to 8 years. Average is 10.8, but his AAV would be 12.8. Like that's what he's played or worth right now. But they don't. That's his player. Like what this website goes on, like how he did during the season. With these guys, how they like you could even guys go. You can go with existing contracts. Like for example, Nathan McKinnon's $17.8 million. Like he plays that type of player. Like that's what he's worth right now, the way he plays. Just an example. So
Right.
What's
they're
Cam
not going to
McCarr's?
go by that. Let me see.
Well, let's look at it
Just
this way, right?
curious.
Robertson was 4 points shy of the century mark last season on a stacked Dallas team.
Yeah, I think Jason Robertson could.
What did fucking Nietzsche's get? And he barely scratched 100. He's what 10.5, something like that.
11.5.
11.5.
Okay, so according to this site, he's getting 9 right now. They call it a fair AAV, which is like the way he played this season. It's 11 million right now. Like he played this year like an $11 million defense, according to all his analytics and everything. Like his breakout was 97 though out of 100, and his real grade is 81.2.
Okay, interesting. I mean,
yeah, it's just,
I would say that Cale Makar had a bit of a down year. So
yeah, he did. That's fine. Though. I mean, next year he'll pick back up. But yeah, that 18 million to Leo Carlson, if that, it's going to happen. I don't think Anaheim's going to match that.
I don't think they can afford to.
And that's 7 years.
The thing I read on X a little while ago.
17 left.
No, they have 35 million in cap space without Carlson on the roster.
Yeah, they can match it.
So
I was wrong.
Yeah, we just had this discussion before we started recording.
Okay.
Damn, I forgot what I was going to say.
Leo Carlson offer sheet matching.
I read on X that it's possible that what the Ducks are going to do if they don't match and they take the compensation, then they will probably go after Dylan Larkin with that capital. So
I mean,
that's gross.
Sucks to be a Ducks fan.
Yeah,
no matter what.
You lose that guy and you get
You lose Leo Carlson and you pick up Dylan Larkin.
Dylan Larkin only wants to go to like 3 teams.
Yeah, I know the Ducks ain't one of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dallas, Minnesota, and Vegas.
Something like that, yeah.
And it's like
give him to
none
Dallas.
of those teams can afford you.
I would love for him to go to Dallas and just fucking fail.
Yeah, well, I want to make a prediction right now about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
All right.
Okay. I think all of those guys that got signed will be traded by the deadline. Most of those guys will be traded.
All of them?
They're not making the playoffs.
Most of them? All of them?
Most of them, yeah. Like Nick Paul, all those guys. Nick Paul, who else signed with them? That was kind of like a guy you could trade at the end. I forget the name.
Nick Paul was a trade.
Yeah, Nick Paul was a trade.
I'm pulling up right now.
I was
got
looking
Bobrovsky, Sissons, Bluger, Roslovic.
Sissons is another one.
McEwen.
Sissons' contract is too much. Is too rich for. Okay, Sissons could probably be a guy that goes to say San Jose has 10 million in cap space at the deadline and they're in a playoff spot. They could shore up their bottom 6 by trading for Sissons. I see that. But any other team like Sissons' $4.3 million contract or whatever, that's insane.
Yeah. Brandon Duhaime signed for 2.6.
Sure.
You know, they're probably going to get rid of Morgan Riley. They got to try to get rid of him. He's 7.5. They'll probably free up some cap space to get maybe make a trade or something. But I'm looking at the team, and you know what they
signed for?
Who?
Roslovic.
How much did he sign for? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I know. I see 2 years. I just didn't see the number.
$4 million.
$4 million for 2. Yeah, he'd probably get moved too.
2 years. He could probably get moved. But I'm looking at this team and all these guys. It looks like to me, it's like they just signed a bunch. It looks like a Frankenstein's monster. They have like it's manufactured or black market pieces attached to, the original. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just have a feeling it's going to fall out on them like that.
You mean it's classic Toronto?
I don't
just
see
fucking
any of these
slapdashing a hockey team
guys,
together.
They have they don't have any type of like Sissons and Nick Paul is like the same dude. They do the same thing. Yeah. They're both 31, 32 respect. I don't know. I'm just looking at this team. I'm just these guys look like. These guys look like.
If I could make an obscure nerd reference,
it looks like an
quick.
expansion draft roster.
Yeah, that's perfect, Connor. God, you're so fucking good at this shit. That's
looks like
exactly that's
expansion
what I was
draft
trying to
than what
figure.
I
I'm
was
like,
gonna
where have I
say.
seen this before? I think at Seattle. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just have a feeling that shit. I think McKenna's going to be okay. I don't think he's going to be as good as everyone thinks he's going to be right away.
What
Not
Vegas
this year.
should have been.
Not this year. But he will be a good hockey player. But you never know. You never fucking know.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a good player, though. I like it.
I do too.
But overall, I don't think Toronto is going to do. Not in that division anyway.
I mean, I love ripping on Toronto, but I wouldn't be upset if they ended up like turning it around and being a good franchise.
Me either. Well, I do
love
like
hating on
Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews is one of my favorite players. So
I do. I like Austin
He's one of my
Matthews a lot. I think he's really funny.
I think he's awesome. He's such a good hockey player, dude. I'm done with the. I just wanted to say that about Toronto. I just think it's like a Frankenstein's monster over there right now. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
To me, like, again, an obscure nerd reference because I have to make it. It looks like somebody's first attempt at playing like a card game.
Yeah.
Like fucking somebody just like, here's a bunch of cards from Magic the Gathering. Fucking put it together and try to play. What does this do? Fuck yeah. All right. Now to the meat and potatoes.
There we go. All right.
So are we starting alphabetical?
I mean, we could start wherever we want, really.
I like the idea of starting alphabetical because, like,
So
let's
we
get
wanna go with
Chicago out of the
Chicago?
way. Yeah, let's get
Yeah, let's just start
Chicago
it.
out of the way.
Now we're basing this on like how they're structured today, not what they did. Correct?
Yes.
The rosters?
Yes.
Okay.
And so for Chicago, they don't have Connor Bedard currently. I don't know if it's on Daily Faceoff. I'm looking at Puckpedia. Technically, they don't have Connor Bedard under contract, but we will operate with the assumption that Connor Bedard is going to play.
Yeah.
there.
So looking at
Listen.
Daily Faceoff, yeah, they have Connor Bedard still as the number one center.
Right. Because they still own his rights, but technically he is a free agent.
Yes. So yeah.
What would you give this roster?
Yeah, I hate to admit it because I actually kind of want to see Chicago succeed because I like having more competition in the Central for whatever reason. Call me a masochist. But looking at their roster, I gotta say they're probably a high C tier, low B tier. I like what they're doing defensively. I just don't see a lot aside from, Bedard. I don't see a lot on the offensive side, personally.
Yep. I don't disagree with you, Paul. I'm gonna toss
I'm
this
looking
up
at their
here into
roster
this
now. To be honest with you guys, I'm looking at their roster and I don't see anybody on this roster that I would want on my team.
Yeah, aside from Connor Bedard.
Maybe Bedard. He's not even on here on Puckpedia, but maybe Bowen Byram would be because I know who he is.
I like
half of these guys. I don't even know.
I don't hate Bertuzzi.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. Well,
okay. So
I hate the name Bertuzzi, but that's different reasons.
So Teravainen is a guy that I would have as a trade target for the Avs. He's a goal scorer. He's a playmaker. That's experienced.
I was going to say Toivu Teravainen.
He would fit well in the Avs top six. So I wouldn't be against having him. I like Jordan Greenway. Although he's a third, fourth liner. Bedard and Nazar, solid young 1-2 punch. Nazar's a bit of a question mark, but they gambled on him and gave him a long contract. I'm not against, they're young. They got a solid group of young guys for the most part. And the same thing can be said about their defensive group. I'm pretty sure all those guys, other than Ian Cole, are like 26 and younger, 27 and younger. Bo Byram and Alex Vlasic, that's a good top pairing, albeit very young. But Kaiser, Renzel, and Levshunov, those are all good guys. Spencer Knight,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good goaltender. Jury's still out on how good of a goaltender he is. Spencer Knight reminds me of Mackenzie Blackwood. Can be an elite goaltender, has to put it together.
He's a little heady.
I think he will eventually. I think he's a really good.
It's just a matter of they're young still. They're not. I mean, goalie prime age is like 31, 32.
I mean,
You're not.
this is where I have like draw hesitation is with Chicago in general. Is you got guys like fucking Mangiapane.
Mangiapane.
Yeah, Mangiapane, whatever. I don't know. Fucking,
Yeah.
I don't know. Irrelevant on the third line. Like this is a 14th, 15th forward.
Well, Mangiapane was a cast off from Calgary who went to Edmonton, couldn't find a home in Edmonton, and was cast off from there.
Right.
And now he plays
that's what I'm saying.
Chicago, where cast offs go.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you got the guys like that who are just like they won't. I don't know.
Mangiapane
about like Donato.
Bowman from Edmonton had the only way he could have moved him is Chicago basically traded for him to get the first round pick because they had to put a first round pick in there.
Right.
They weren't going to take him because he's not good. He's just not a good hockey player.
But I'm just saying, like they're top heavy, and then they just kind of have a lot of.
I'll tell you
makeshift pieces in the bottom half.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
Go ahead.
But I do think that they ruined their roster by trading the 4th overall for Bo Byram and then signing him for that money. They could have got a really, really good defenseman. They had every defenseman on the board.
So everybody's in agreement. Chicago's a C.
Yep. I would put him at a D if I wanted. But if you want to, that's fine with that. I'm good with that. I think they're going to be okay this year. I honestly don't think they're going to be the worst team in the Central, to be honest. I think they're going to, they'll get Bedard. They'll sign Bedard. I think Spencer Knight's going to have a great season. He had a good season last year. That's why they became a little bit of competitiveness last year.
I think Spencer Knight's a great goaltender. I do. I think Mackenzie Blackwood's a great goaltender. But they both have flaws in their game, and they're both still not quite to prime goaltending age. So, there's still a matter of putting it all together to make it work. Spencer Knight should be a top 15 starting goaltender in the league. I believe that.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Totally.
Not sure he's quite there yet.
No, give him like another 2 or 3 years with this team. Keep him on this team.
Sure.
He'll be fine. But they also, in their defense, they also have $29 million. They can go out and sign a couple of more guys.
And here's the thing,
make their
right?
roster a little bit better. So
I feel like this is currently with the roster that Chicago has, Spencer Knight has the best opportunity he can afford to make that next jump. He's got a good defense in front of him. Maybe not a great defense. We'll see what if Bowen Byram really can play to his contract. But he's got a good enough defense in front of him to protect the net. I think he'll be good. But Chicago's entire season is based off of whether he performs and if Bedard stays healthy. It's the same thing as last year and the year before.
Well, Bedard did
every year
do
since
something
they got
yesterday,
Bedard,
by the way. You guys saw that?
He broke his arm, yeah.
He sprained his arm. I don't know. He dislocated his whole elbow, his shoulder, something like that. At practice.
He took a puck and then somehow he slipped in the corner. There was nobody, there was a guy next to him, but he didn't make any contact.
Just blew a tire.
He just blew a tire in the corner and he got up. I was like, man, that sucks.
He skated to the other side of the rink. So I would have gave him a D overall right now, but maybe if they can improve the roster with $29 million left, they could pick up a lot of good guys left out there to pick up. Like that would, make Chicago a little bit more competitive.
So a solid C- between the three of us.
Yeah, I would
2
say
C's and a D. I'd say C-.
C-.
Yeah.
You can put him at C, dude. I'd give him a C.
We'll
I like Spencer Knight. I do like Spencer Knight. I think he's a good goal. I think he's gonna be.
All right, for Colorado S, right? We're good.
No,
it's not.
No. All right. So we've talked about them in free agency. We can go back and forth on every single player here. Looking at the current roster from Daily Faceoff. I'm gonna say, I'd say a solid A so far. not quite S tier. I might be a little burned after last year because I thought last year our roster was definitely S tier, but
Yeah.
I mean, clearly with the President's Trophy, yeah, 100% S tier. But then when we got to playoffs, it just kind of. But this is not the same. Like, I don't think this roster is up to par of last year.
We definitely got worse as far analytically and stuff like that, but you never know we got to see what happens. But we're just looking at
Agreed.
the players right now. I'll give
Yeah.
them a B right now. Just they're like a B plus, A minus to me. If you want to give them an A, I'm good with that too. But they basically have the same guys that you know what I'm saying? Because Colton, they
So
got rid of Colton because of the what happened? What happened?
Yep.
You gone?
I don't know
Probably
what
come back
happened.
in.
Crap.
I with Colton, he really he wasn't playing up. He doesn't play the power play. If he does, it's for 12 seconds. He doesn't play penalty kill. Doesn't play
Yeah.
extra man. So he
Well,
basically was like a third liner,
yeah,
and he didn't.
Ross Colton just shat the bed last season. Let's
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest.
The
He just
last 2 seasons, really.
yeah,
The
he
last
just
until he
completely.
got injured that one season when he actually led the league in goals.
Mm-hmm.
When he
Yep.
played with McKinnon and Ranted on that first line was awesome. But
Yeah, but he just couldn't
you
produce
got
after
rid
that.
of him. Nuchiskin, I guess I was reading that the trust was kind of
Mm-hmm.
going. It wasn't like a really bad. It wasn't like any like animosity, but I
No, he
read that
just.
the trust issues were a little bit sketchy.
I think sobriety completely changed Nichushkin as a player.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I feel like last year, his first full season back, but his second year sober, which notoriously is the hardest year for
yeah.
anybody when it comes to sobriety. I think that was where he struggled because he was trying to find himself.
Mhm.
And it just made it difficult to to find his place in Colorado. Like, all bias aside, because I'm a huge Choo-Choo fan. I absolutely
Me
love
too.
the
I
guy.
have his jersey.
Right. Yeah. I think that, like, with Hackstall coming in the same time and him trying to find who he was as a player and trying to find who he is as a sober Russian, which is almost an oxymoron at this point. Dude, man, just he played more defense than he did offense.
Yeah,
And in a high flying offensive team, like, it just didn't fit. He didn't have that same grit, that same tenacity, that net front presence that he was known for.
yeah. I
So,
agree, man. I
yeah.
just think it was probably the best time for him to get traded. So you lose
Mm-hmm.
him, you lose Colton, Drury. I
Jury
was
hurts, but
Drury hurts, but you want to know what? For what he got, they could have him right now.
exactly,
Yeah, I'd rather have
exactly.
Watt 3 million, but
I agree.
I would give him a
Was
B or
was
an
a
A.
solid third line center playing fourth line.
I was telling Connor the other day, you weren't in here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the best transaction they did all off season was trading. Uh, what was it? Was it Jack Drury with those two, with Larue and Schmitzkov?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
the best. That those two guys are really fucking good hockey players. I don't think people
Mm-hmm.
are gonna realize how good Larue is. A maniac, dude. He's a fucking psycho. He punched a fan in the face. You know what I'm saying? He's a psycho. I think those guys will make up for what Nuchiskin, Colton, and Drury, what they left with, when they left. I think Wa's going to be a perfect fourth line center. And like what Connor said with O'Connor and Kelly on his side, that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome, dude. But
Fuck
LaRue
yeah.
and Schmitzkopf, they're going to be really, really good. And if you want to take Schmitzkopf out, put Brinley in there, I'm good with that too, dude.
I love
You know?
Brinley.
Yeah.
I'm all for the fucking high
They
motor
have
little guy.
they have a good
That's me in a
roster.
nutshell.
so
The only reason why I would give them a B is
Okay.
because I thought they would change up a little bit on the defense.
Fair.
I really thought they were going to try to get, if they would have got Ferraro, it's an A, maybe even an S right now. Just having him on the team because he'll fit so well. But I'm okay with the defense. I guess the Noah Juleson signing actually made me a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah,
But
it definitely uh put to gave me a little more of a comfort blanket with the
yeah,
re-signing of Brent Burns.
right.
It was like having Noah Juleson there, kind of like, okay, cool, we have a little bit of an offset there because I thought Burnsy should have been outdoor
Yeah. I
after.
mean, I would give him
this
I
season
guess
he
I
had.
would give him an A, a low B. When you have Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar on your team, how can you not,
Go ahead, Connor.
tenacious? Go ahead, Connor.
So since
I'm done.
I had some technological differences, um, we lost Nichushkin, we lost Drury
And Roscoe.
and Roscoe, and we gained Schwartz, LaRue, and Svechkov.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I feel like Jaden Schwartz, and as you guys have said, Jaden Schwartz and Val Nichushkin are similar, but Jaden Schwartz has more offensive upside, as weird as it is to say that. I think.
He does.
And then
Jaden Schwartz has more
Ross-
offensive upside than a sober Nichushkin.
Sure.
At least when he was drunk, he was fucking.
Hero or LaRue and Svechkov are, and versus Jack Drury and Ross Colton, we got younger.
Mm-hmm.
And
feistier.
yeah, something this team needed. So I think that's an upgrade. I kind of think we upgraded the forward group. Whether we have Gavin Brindley or Svechkov in the lineup, again, we're upgrading on offense either way, I think. But the other thing here to remember is that we've got guys in Loveland and the Eagles in the system like TJ Hughes and Tristan Nielsen, who could make an impact on this NHL roster. TJ Hughes especially. So it may not be Brindley in that spot. It may be TJ Hughes. I mean, TJ Hughes could take up Jaden Schwartz's spot because TJ Hughes is projected as a top 6 forward.
While you're speaking of the AHL players, I thought about something just now, actually. This is the last year of Nicholas Waugh, right? You know who he reminds me of? A Taylor McCarr.
Yeah.
Same type of player. He could take over. I don't know if he plays center or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. He's just the same type of player.
I don't think Taylor
McCarr's like 6'4", 6'5", or something like that. 6'3". I know he's taller than his brother. But he's a physical guy. He's been playing well for them. But he reminds me of he could take Nicholas Waugh's spot. Like, we don't have to sign Nicholas Waugh. We can put Taylor in there if he's, if he makes the team.
Sure.
Just something to look for.
And as far as it goes with center depth, I don't think there's a team in the league that can counter that. I mean, I know it's a bit of an aging group with Nelson and Kadri in the middle 6 slots, but Nathan McKinnon, Nelson, Kadri, Waugh as a center depth is insane. It's insane.
It is insane. Yeah.
And
it's been insane for 3 years.
I agree with you about the defense. I wish they would have done a little more, but I'm good with what we have. Noah Juleson at least offers some comfort in the fact that he's not, part of the Lollipop Guild coming in to fill in the defensive spot. Yeah.
5'8".
6'3",
and then you've got, and then goaltending. Scott Wedgwood and Mackenzie Blackwood, I'm good with the Lumberyard still being there. I give them a solid A.
Yeah. I would say on goaltending, because we didn't even get to that. And since you brought it up, right?
I didn't even think about that.
They regress back to the mean, because Wedgie had the best season of his career, hands down, right?
Yeah, sure.
So even if they regress back to the mean, we're talking about a solid fucking tandem still. We're averaging 2.35 GAA,
something like that. Yeah.
With
yeah,
fucking us 991 save percentage.
Okay. Can I make my bold prediction now? I'm going to go ahead and say my bold prediction. Scott Wedgwood gets traded at the trade deadline.
Possibly.
We have a bazillion goaltenders. We drafted 2 more. We signed another one earlier in the offseason before the draft. We still have Trent Miner and Ilya Nabokov. Somebody's gone at some point.
Yeah.
It ain't
going to be Blackwood.
No, Blackwood's the future. Blackwood's the goaltender of now.
So yeah, piggybacking off of that, I feel like Blackie is going to be the reason why we trade away Wedgwood.
And he played great in Game 4, dude. Even though we lost that series, he was awesome.
Yeah,
in Game 4.
He should have played 2 games earlier. I feel like
Should
He
have.
should have. I think that whatever was going on with his recovery from the groin surgery, whatever was going on in his head, it was cleared up by playoffs.
Yeah.
And even though Wedgie stole the spot, yeah, I think Blackwood is going to be a solid guy. And even with Minor or Nabokov or whoever is going to back him up once Wedgwood gets traded, I think he's gonna be good.
I think you're right, Connor. I think he will be traded. If he was going to be traded by the deadline, I figure, like, by you saying that made me rethink, like, this offseason we would have got a lot for him. But you want to know what? What if Blackwood gets hurt?
Right.
By the trade deadline, we're going to know where we're at, so we could afford to get rid of to trade Wedgwood, and Blackwood will be the starter going into the playoffs. And then you have Trent Miner as a backup who plays really good too.
Right.
So,
and at the deadline,
I
you
agree with you.
also know at the deadline, that'll give you enough season of runway to understand where both Trent Miner and Ilya Nabokov are in their career trajectories at the time. It'll give you insight into what needs to happen. Miner looks like he's ready for the NHL. He's real
up
close,
there.
if not.
He's ready, dude. He's real close. And
I mean,
you
got
want
a
to know
shutout
what?
last
They'll
season.
trade him they'll probably trade him to the East because you don't want to face him in the West in the playoffs. He's going to go to a playoff team. They'll trade him to a play. You're going to get a lot more back for a goalie that could bring you through the playoffs. A team like maybe Carolina does it. Who knows how Busty's going to get? Maybe the Panthers do it. We don't know how the Markstrom and Schmidt's going to be. Maybe they do it at the trade deadline. They're doing well. They just
Buffalo.
need that one. Buffalo's another one, unless they get Hellebuck. But those guys, you can get a lot back from. Like, you want them? Give us this. Give us this. You don't want. You have all the leverage if Wedgwood's playing above average to go to an Eastern Conference team that's a playoff team. And the only thing they need is a goaltender to feel great going into the playoffs in a 7-game series against any team in the East.
I mean, Wedgwood for a middle six forward.
Yeah.
Great trade, my opinion.
Yeah.
For a pure goal scorer.
Like when I made my trees with the thing, I put Wedgwood for Evan Rodriguez, the Panthers.
I like Rodriguez. I wish we had kept him.
Yeah. Me too.
All right.
So on to our favorite team to hate.
Dallas.
Dallas douche canoes.
We don't know what's going on with Robertson, though, so we might say if it's...
For now, unfortunately, with the same as Bedard, I think we have to assume that he's going to stay with the team.
That one's a little bit more rough, though, Hodge.
It is a lot more rough.
No, I agree.
It's
definitely more touch and grow.
It's a different scenario with him because he wants his money.
Right.
And a team could offer sheet. I don't think anyone's going to offer sheet Bedard, to be honest with you. And I think Chicago will match it. I mean, I'll be quick. I'll give them a solid C right now. Just because
with
they
Robertson
lost.
Or without?
The way things are right now, if you're with Robertson, they're probably going to an A with Colorado.
Yeah. I tend to agree. Like, really quickly, I think looking at the daily face-off line here, they definitely improved getting rid of Jamie Benn, but if they can't keep Robertson, which seems more likely than not, I would put them at a C. They're going to be in retool mode.
Well, Jamie Benn re-signed with them today.
Did he?
Yeah, he re-signed with them. League made him like 885.
He's not on their lineup on daily face-off, so that's why I didn't see it. Okay,
he doesn't make a difference anyway. He could stay.
So then definitely a low C tier with Ben and without Robertson.
So without Robertson right now, because he's not under contract, I'm going to give him a C. A high C, low B, because they still got Rantanen, they still got Rupi Hintz, they still got Ottinger.
Rantanen's is
and Heiskanen.
Johnston.
But he's a top 10 player in the world, man. Rantanen is a great
I know, but
player. He's awesome.
It's not his skills that are the problem.
Right. With Robertson, I'll give him an A. Without Robertson, I'm going to give him a C. But that's the difference of what that Robertson does make. So he deserves what he wants.
I'm going to give them a B with or without Robertson.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle with that. That's fine.
Just with or without. Yeah,
I mean,
they're
they still have
forward
Heiskanen,
group.
they still have Hintz.
So here's the thing. They're a top-heavy team with Robertson Hintz, Sagan, Duchesne, Johnston, Rantanen. That's a solid, awesome top 6. The rest of their lineup leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, I like Rich Kovian. I think he's a good player. He's still young. Sam Still, Kiwi Ronta, we've known commodity. Oscar Back and Radek Fox and Colin Blackwell. I mean, I like Fox. I like Radek Fox. This is where it happens, though. Esa Lindell and Miro Heiskanen are an excellent top pair. And then after that, you've got Harley, who is a good defenseman. Good. Just good. And then Niles Lundqvist, Leon Bichelle, and Tyler Myers, get the fuck out of my face. They're awful. Those guys suck.
Yeah.
And then you've got...
I mean, Lundqvist is playing above his class because of his partner. We'll give him that.
I mean, yeah, sure. That's because they're just who they have. Their defense is bad down past.
Yeah.
They're
almost the opposite of Chicago at that point.
Yeah, even Thomas Harley is overrated. He's overrated.
So I can't believe they even put him like the same value as Rowinski, dude. It's not even fucking close.
No.
Blue Jackets should be happy. They said they wish they would have traded and got him. Why? If Robertson was in the deal, it still doesn't make sense. If you gave up Marchenko and Rowinski for Harley and Robinson, Dallas wins that trade all fucking day long.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because of Harley's value compared to Rowinski.
All right. But we're in agreement. We'll say B.
Yeah, right in the middle.
B team.
We'll meet in the middle.
Let's move on to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, all right. Looking at again daily faceoff, and if I remember correctly, didn't they got rid of Middleton, right? Just recently?
Yeah, they got
they just lost. Yeah, they just traded Middleton. Okay. So looking at this team, I mean, it is really hard to give them anything other than an A, as much as I don't want to. I feel like Minnesota has become the new Dallas for Colorado, even with their current roster. I think that they have a solid lineup. The only thing, let me look. It's the only thing I didn't look at. Where is it? Oh, Gustafson's hurt. Yes. I mean, yeah, even with...
I'm not against an A with them, but again, a problem I have with this team, and it's the same problem I had with them last year, is just they're so fucking old. There's so many old guys on this roster. Blake Coleman, they just traded for him. He's old. Joel Eriksson Ek, Marcus Foligno, Nick Foligno, Brian Hartman.
I don't even see Nick Foligno on this roster right now.
Yeah, it's just...
I'm pretty sure they just signed him, though.
Is he a scratch?
He might
probably
be.
They re-signed Marcus.
I'm fairly certain that the Felony brothers are going to be sticking together for one more season.
And then they got Olli Mata. He's also an old guy. Like, he's super old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their defense, Jonas Brodin, Jared Spurgeon, Olli Mata, Zach Bogosian.
Bogosian's like 37, 38 now.
Yeah.
Or like 45.
I don't know, man. I still look at it, though, like, just like with Colorado, you got Kaprizov, Hughes, and Boldy, and Volstead in net. Like, it's hard to count these guys out at all with those guys.
Again, I'm not against the A rating. My problem with it is it's an old A. It's a really old A. And I can say the same thing about Colorado.
Right. It's a low A for sure. It could be B+. I mean, but
I'm giving them a B because their centers are just absolutely horrendous.
Fair.
I mean,
yeah,
he's good. He's a good young guy. He'll be better, but he's not he's your first line center. Eriksson Ek. I think Eriksson Ek's a little bit overrated, to be honest with you, but whatever. Ryan Hartman and Michael McCarron. Those are your centers.
I like McCarron. I mean,
I think that's a solid bottom.
I like McCarron.
That's a solid bottom set of centers.
Those guys are right, but if you're talking about competition, you see what they did against Colorado in the second round.
Yeah,
so I don't see.
I think Joel Eriksson Ek is an awesome player, but Danila Yurov is very questionable because he's young. So
Eriksson's a good defensive center. I like him like that. I love Matt Boldy. I think he's
he's awesome.
Really good. Like,
He is awesome.
I think he's better. I'd rather have him than Kaprizov, in my opinion, but that's just me. But I would give him a B. Their defense is small, old. Jared Spurgeon's like 5'8", 5'9". He's their captain. Jonas Brodin is injury prone, so he's probably going to be out for like half the season.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna leave it at A, because I feel like let me just ask the question: is Minnesota's roster better than Dallas's?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Overall, I think
it's more solid.
Now.
It's older, but it's more solid.
Even that, like, they're old, like Ollie Matter and Bogosian are older. They're better than fucking Tyler Myers and
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not pylons. They're old. They're slow, but they're not pylons.
That kid.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we'll say A. All right. Let's.
And they got Quinn. They got Quinn Hughes. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. On to Nashville.
I
like
kid,
him too.
dude.
I like him.
Ready?
That Matt
You guys ready to jump into Nashville?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let me bring that over.
I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. I think Nashville made quite the splash with free agency. Starting with C-Mac. Just getting Chris McFarland over there already kind of scared me.
But, when Nashville,
let
me chime in real quick. When Nashville won free agency a couple years ago, when they signed Stamkos and Marchessault and Brady Shea, one, I was like, no, that roster sucks. This one, they're not bad.
Yeah,
they definitely improved this time.
Their third line worries me with Roscoe. If Roscoe can find his touch again, Maverick Bork and Hoglander.
Yeah.
That's a scary third line to me.
Yeah. That is a pretty good third line.
And I really like their goaltending tandem. Saros is kind of hit or miss.
And
But with having Juicy as a backup, I think they're going to be just fine in net.
Juice net.
Yep,
they did a lot on the forward end, but their defense is not good.
Yeah, their defense is bad.
They probably have one of the worst defenses in the Central right now. But I'll still give them a B because I just think they might have to outscore their opponents at some point in the season. That might be hard against Colorado or even Dallas, Minnesota. But this is going to be one of these teams that I'm going to have to think about maybe being a wild card team this year, just because they have a lot of bite. The Ross Coltons, the Maverick Bork, the Jack Drury, they have a lot of bite.
They're right there with Dallas. That's
as far as the great.
If we're gonna ask who has the better roster right now, I think Dallas edges them out. Giggity. But I think they're gonna probably be a solid wild card contention team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see this as a C roster at the moment. I think that there's their ceiling is a B for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have the potential to be that, but they're not nearly as good as Dallas's roster. I think that their forward group is good, but the fact that they're still relying on O'Reilly, Stamkos, Forsberg, and Marchessault to hold up the top six like they are, is questionable. Now, they've got young guys like Luke Evangelista is awesome.
Yeah, he's good.
And Matthew Wood is going to be real good. Maverick Bork could be a top six guy. I mean, Ross Colton could be that guy. After that, they've got they're plugging. They've got some good depth pieces. I just don't think I think they're on the way towards being that way. Saros hasn't been as good as he had before. And that defense is questionable. I think Brady Shea is a scrub.
Yeah. I mean, the defense is about as holy as the Vatican.
Yeah. And I think Nashville's going to be that team that's going to push. At the end, they might not make the playoffs, and if they get the 8th seed, they're going to lose in the first round, which is fine. But they're going to be I think
Are you predicting 2022 all over again?
Well, it depends. It all depends on if we're talking about divisions here. What it's going to depend on, honestly, what Dallas is going to do and what Utah's going to do is going to determine if Nashville makes the playoffs. In my opinion, we're still talking about without Robinson right now, without Dallas, because he's not on the team currently.
Right.
Until
I
he gets
agree.
there, maybe we could circle back on this real quick and we just talk about it anyway, real quick about it. But
Yeah. We'll hang
I
on to that.
agree with Connor. I think I said a B, but then I looked at their defense. I'm like, eh. And honestly, like their goal, like what you said, Hodge, I like their goaltending, but I don't really trust it, to be honest with you. I think Saros is good, Onanen's good, but the firepower in the Central right now, they don't really have much
No, I
star
agree.
power. Fleet Forsberg is maybe their only star power they got right now.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, we're going with a
Yeah.
C.
I just their defense. If they did something with defense like if they got a Ferraro or they traded and got someone like the Harley or whatever, like Harley would have made that defense better, even though he's just a good defenseman at 10.5 mil a year. But yeah, I think their defense is going to slow them down this year, I believe.
That's fair. All right. Let's jump over to St. Louis. This is gonna be easy for me. I'm putting them in a solid D. I don't see any improvements.
Yeah, I do.
They're
I looked at
they're
them too.
trash.
I don't,
They're trash, just like their goaltender.
yeah,
Their
I
backup
think
goaltender.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's right. They're his backup goaltender now.
Let me look at their lineup here. I don't think they did much.
I don't see anything on their lineup. That's the thing. None of
It's
these
Robert
names
Thomas.
really.
That's about it.
Yeah, none of
Robert
these names
Thomas,
stick out
Mason
to me.
McTavish, Jimmy Snuggerud,
Snuggaroo?
Dalibor Dvorsky. They have a bunch of guys. They're young. It remains to be seen if they'll step up. As of right now, yeah, probably a D. I would agree with you. No. This is what Chicago was 2 years ago.
Talking shit. Yeah,
I
I'm
know,
talking
but
bullshit. Let's be honest.
this is what Chicago was 2 years ago.
McMichael ain't that bad. He's a pretty good player. He's decent.
Yeah.
Conor McMichael.
Agreed. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
no,
he's.
like, they're-
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm just looking at their roster. I'm like, these guys aren't going to compete much. might-
no, they're
They're going to compete.
rebuilding.
They're going to compete for worst team in the Central Division.
They're gonna compete for a middle draft pick spot.
Ooh.
All right, so we're in agreement. Solid D.
Yeah, I'm giving him the D as well.
All right, let's move on to Utah, which is going to be an interesting one because I feel like Utah's entire persona is they could end up almost anywhere on this.
No, but yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, down for if you remove S tier, they bounce around between B and D tier. It's just their ceiling and their basement are so far apart, in my opinion.
What you guys got? And I'll do my short little analysis.
I'm going to give them a C, maybe close to a D, and the only reason why they have a pretty good team. I mean, right now, I'm not even predicting them to make the playoffs. I think they're going to drop off the season. For some reason, I just have a feeling because of their goaltending. Vejmelka is not the dude. He's actually pretty fucking bad.
I disagree.
I like Vejmelka, but
I disagree. I think Vejmelka found his groove late in the season, gave him a good push. They got boned by a Vegas face-off, or a Vegas whatever series. Jesus.
Well, Utah played awesome in that series. Vejmelka just had to play a little bit better, and he didn't. That was the problem. I just don't trust them.
I think
just
Vegas
think they're gonna.
They found their groove and they got healthy.
Yeah, of course. I totally agree with that.
So here's let me jump in on my quick analysis here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's rate them by position group. I'll just do it. Forwards, A. It's solid top, that all 12. Like I'm in. Defense.
I like their defense. I think B+. B+.
I like Mikhail Sergachev and I like Mackenzie Weegar. I'm okay with Schmidt and Marino. Simashev is young and so is Nick DeSimone. So B-. And goaltending, C. I don't think I do like Karel Vejmelka, but I don't think Vejmelka is a good goaltender is going to be successful without a good defense in front of him. and they do not have a good defense in front of them. This is an all-offense, all-high-octane team, and that's why I put them at C. Plus, their backup right now is Sebastian Casa. So if they end up trading for Connor Hellebuck, okay, fine. We'll move them up to B or A.
Yeah.
But for now, I think they're a C.
Okay. I mean, I don't disagree with C. They're a younger team. They've got high upside. I think if they can, pull it together, they could be a surprising team.
Yeah,
But
and they're a
just
well-coached team.
There's just a lot of chaos in that team on the ice.
Yeah, I honestly think they're going to probably take a step back. I think they don't make the playoffs this year right now. For some reason, I just have a feeling like they're just going to I don't know, under succeed what they did last season, because they should. I had them going to the Western Conference Finals against Colorado, just for the path that they had. I thought they would have easily beat whoever came out of who would they play in the first round?
The Pacific.
The Anaheim Ducks. Did they play Anaheim in the first round, or was that Vegas? I forgot who they played.
Edmonton.
Yeah, it was Anaheim, because Anaheim beat Edmonton.
Okay, so Vegas won.
It was Vegas in the first round.
Vegas beat them in the first round. Okay, so I had them going against. If I can remember, I had them beating Vegas in 6. I had them beating Anaheim in 6, and I had them losing in 6 against Colorado in the Western Conference. I had them going to the Western Conference Finals.
I think we all thought that Utah had the easiest ride to the Western Conference.
Yeah.
I also thought that.
Yeah.
I thought if it wasn't going to be Utah, it was going to be Anaheim.
It's fair. Yeah.
My second one had Vegas, so I was right about that, but Anaheim was thinking about it, but.
All right, let's go ahead and finish this out real quick. I'm going to go with Winnipeg. Let's just say with Connor Hellebuck and Stuart Skinner as the backup. That makes me laugh. I forgot about that. With Connor Hellebuck, I give them a C. Without it, there's not a team there. Connor Hellebuck is the Roberto Luongo of the fucking modern age at this point, because Luongo and the Panthers in the 2000s was the only reason the Panthers were even semi-relevant. It's the same thing with Hellebuck and the Jets. Without Hellebuck, is that team might as well just fucking throw in the towel.
Yeah, I'm going to be the same. I'm probably going to give him a D. I'm looking at, I love Morrissey.
Yeah, Winnipeg to me has a top line, Josh Morrissey, and Connor Hellebuck. And then it's just all spare parts after that.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I like Morrissey. Obviously love Ferraro. But yeah, Kyle Connor's good. Velarde's good. Scheifele, I'll give him that. But after that, I don't hate Cole Perfetti's game, but
I like Cole Perfetti. I like the way Nino Niederreiter plays, but they're not.
They're not.
Nino Niederreiter's not
guys.
a second line guy.
Yeah.
Cole Perfetti should be a second line guy. I just don't think he's been that guy yet lately.
He's not there yet. I don't think he fits into the Winnipeg system as well.
Agreed.
And their defense is pretty weak right after.
Yeah.
Josh Morrissey's probably overall their best player on the ice, not counting Hellebuck, just because of his position and what he does. He's I think he's a top 7 best defenseman in the league right now.
Agreed.
Got
the rest of their defense is, you can make a fucking sandwich out of it.
But yeah, I'm not saying Neil Poink. Poink and Dylan DeMello. Dylan DeMello should be a 6th, 7th, or 8th defenseman and on a Stanley Cup contender.
And fucking Sandberg, that's a bottom 6 dude, maybe 7th D.
Yeah. And who knows what Hellebuck's gonna do. Even with Hellebuck on the team, I'd still give him a D, because I just don't think this team's gonna do much this season. I actually, if right now, because I made my predictions of what the rosters were now, because I don't know what we're doing in the future. These guys are coming in last place in the Central. This is my last place team. Just to give you a
look. I believe that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not bad.
No S's though. I didn't have any S's anyway when we said about it today.
Yeah,
but it's fair. There should be no S's right now. No one really got better.
Not yet.
In the Central. Everyone either stayed idle or they got worse.
Well, I think revisiting this once preseason starts, and we get a couple of actual looks at
Yeah,
how
there'll
the
be
roster is going to play
PTOs and stuff
together,
like that. Yeah.
I think we'll be able to revisit this and kind of see if anything changes.
Yeah, I mean, like with Colorado and Nashville, who seem to, I would say, have made the most moves or at least roster turnover
With each
Mhm.
other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
But but like we can't really say how much the Avs improved on, let's just say, Jack Drury for Fedor Svechkov, because we don't know anything about Svechkov in the Avs system yet. So once we see a little bit of that in the preseason and training camp, we might be able to say, hey,
trading cramps.
yeah, yeah, we might be able to see them, but be like, hey, LaRue and Svechkov have pushed us up into the S tier because
Sure.
they're
Yeah.
playing amazing.
Yep. We can come back to this. We could revisit it before the season starts to see how the rosters are finalized, because
Yeah.
Hellebuck could be moved.
Yeah,
Bedard could get an
100%.
offer sheet. Who knows? If Robertson could get an offer sheet or be traded out of the whole conference for what we know.
Right.
So yeah, that was
Good amount
fun.
of time. Yeah. Hell
That
yeah,
was fun.
guys. This was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So we'll call it here, and then hopefully we don't get any giant fucking news reels coming in the next couple of hours.
We never
I
know,
mean,
man.
What's gonna
They
fucking
did
happen.
some
mean-
offer sheets were predicted to be all weekend, so we'll see what happens.
Connor Hellebuck deciding to go play in the KHL would be the greatest news ever.
Oh my God, that's what you
I
told me
hate that
My
yesterday.
fucking day.
I hate that douchebag.
There's no yoga in Russia.
All right.
All right, guys.
Later, fellas.
All right, guys. Later on.